Surprise! Happy birthday, Skuff! Hello random person, Sab Nino here. Welcome back to Sponge Takes. I'm Sab Nino, and right next to me is the other one, not Sab Nino.
Hello, I'm Skuffs Nino.
I'm suing you. Okay, this episode is Season 13, Episode 284A, The Flower Plot. The chum bucket is replaced with a flower shop with a charming new owner.
The episode starts off like, I'm leaving forever, Krabs. And he's got his briefcase and a moving truck and everything. SpongeBob's sad to see him go. Mr. Krabs is happy to see him go. Immediately, a new store opens up called The Flower Pot. And this real nice lady, Petunia, runs the store. But then it turns out to be Plankton in disguise.
Ooh.
I know, right? But as time goes on, Plankton realizes he really likes making flower arrangements and stuff. And almost doesn't even want to go through with the original plan anymore, but it was too late because he already planted bombs in the flowers, so he tried to undo his own plan, and then it blew up in his face because Squidward was flirting with him, and it was just a really great episode. I think we both liked it a lot.
I definitely liked this one a lot better than last week's episode.
Yeah, to go from Yellow Pavement to this is like such a 180. This episode's so good.
You know, I was afraid this episode was going to be another rehash, solely because of the bumpers. They kept saying, "Is Plankton gonna leave forever? Question mark? Oh no!"
Is Plankton gone forever?
It's such a SpongeBob gets fired moment. SpongeBob gets round pants.
SpongeBob commits mass genocide with a whirlybird? Basically, I was afraid of a ripoff of Plankton Retires, but I was happily proven wrong. Sure, it's not the most original premise out there. It is another Plankton disguises himself as another character to get the formula thing, but it's a unique take on it. It's not like the Season 7 rehashes where it's basically the exact same story, except Plankton just dresses up as a good friend of SpongeBob's or his grandma that looks nothing like his grandma. It's like a completely new character, a different new environment. It really exaggerates it. I think this is the premise that exaggerates the new setting and character disguise the most. Because not only is it Petunia, but we have this entire flower pot and this whole bouquet ruse.
Yeah, even though the premise is simple and it sounds like other ideas that have been done before, it just gets real creative with it.
Petunia is such a charming design. I could definitely see why she would get customers. The only thing I don't like about Petunia is the constant
It's a little forced.
Like,
but
I don't mind it a little bit. A few times it was actually pretty funny, but I don't know. I think they should have toned it down a little bit. I'm not sure if it's like a Tourette or something. Was Plankton trying to give her Tourette's? I'm allowed to make that joke because I have Tourette's. It's just very hard to tell because I edit them out.
I think he was just trying too hard to be quirky, which is funny but can get a little old. They should have toned it down a little bit. I liked it when he kept saying it even when he wasn't in disguise anymore, or when other characters said it. I think like Squidward said it to like try and impress her at the end. The beginning of the episode, it started a little slow. I liked SpongeBob missing Plankton and Plankton saying, "I'll see you later, kid." But Mr. Krabs being happy Plankton was gone just seemed like something we had already seen before. But as soon as we saw Petunia, the episode is just really great. I also love how Karen is close with Plankton in this one. She's disguised as a sunflower. It's a really cute creative design. I love her little arms and how they move. They seemed like a great team in this episode.
You have no idea how refreshing this is. This definitely is not the first time Plankton and Karen have worked as a team. It happens so little that I can't even think of any other times off the top of my head, but I'm sure it has happened. But typically, Karen is either judging Plankton for the plot or is a hurdle to Plankton's plan, so it's very refreshing to see Plankton and Karen actually working together, and I really hope we get that a lot more as the series goes on, because I really enjoyed it.
It's really sweet to see them close working as a team.
I doubt this would ever happen, but I would would love to see character development between those two where they go from just a nagging couple to just a lovely evil duo. Pull a SpongeBob musical on us.
My favorite part of this episode is seeing Plankton get lost and being happy and making flower arrangements to the point where he doesn't even want to go through with the original plan anymore. And I like how Karen's the one reminding him of the original plan, and it just shows a different side of his character. She was happy that he was happy. She wasn't like, hey, we need to stick to the plan, bitch. She was happy, but she knew it wouldn't last. And we all know things have to go back to normal by the end of it, but I think this episode is creative as it can while still having to do that at the end. It really does its premise well. It's so sweet. I want them to reference it again in a later episode. Like, make him like flowers now.
Make him like flowers. Maybe have SpongeBob help him. He likes flowers too. They had a lot of chemistry in this episode. Maybe extend upon that. That'd be a cute premise.
I just really like the ending and how he tries to undo his plan by disarming the bombs. That's just a really sweet moment. It just shows how much he changed.
Having things reset, I personally thought the way they handled it was a little forced. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's alright, and honestly, the episode's so good regardless that I honestly don't mind it.
I was expecting it, and I liked how they're real punchy with the animation about it. We have this underneath shot of the chum bucket. It looks all intimidating. It's just really punchy, and Plankton's really confident.
Animation and comedy?
Yeah, it kind of leads right into that, actually.
Okay, animation and comedy. The ending shot looks beautiful. Honestly, it makes me hyped for the Plankton movie. Did you guys not know about that? They're coming out with a Plankton movie. It's all CG.
Yeah, we're gonna get it after the Sandy movie this year.
Yeah, can't wait for those sponge takes. Sponge movie takes?
Animation's great once again. There's like two small weird lip sync moments in the beginning with one frame off with Mr. Krabs and then SpongeBob not using enough unique mouth shapes, but it's a minor complaint.
That's like a common mistake I noticed, because Ma and Pa's Big Hurrah has a similar issue with one of its shots too. I wonder if it's intentional.
I love the design of Petunia.
A nice touch with Petunia's design are the gloves. At first I thought it was just shaded for no reason, but in actuality, they actually drew the other side of the glove, made it look a lot more like gardening gloves, and I think that's a really nice touch. They didn't have to go that extra mile, but I madly respect that they did.
Oh, that is a nice detail. Wow. And Karen's disguise goes so well. I mentioned before how much I liked that.
Her stubby little hand.
Plankton moved very confidently and looked so cute when he was happy. Squidward falling in love and being such a down bad simp for Petunia was so fucking funny.
He turns French.
I love all the realistic faces he made.
It's weird how we have some of the most fluid lip sync from those segments, yet one of the choppiest in the same episode. Maybe they were saving the budget on that. I wouldn't be that surprised.
I just love when Squidward got heated at Mr. Krabs, saying Petunia's not perfect. It led him to announcing his love and screaming and standing up, and he's like, I can't take it anymore, I love her. And he like rips off his shirt.
She's a perfectionist just like me!
It just leads to perfect setup to where Plankton's sitting there with the bomb that he was trying to disarm, and then Squidward's wasting time flirting with him, and it blows up in their faces. It's revealed it's Plankton, and Squidward is just so fucked up. He just goes in the dirt and dies.
Squidward's dead. Go home. There's no Squidward spinoff, I'm sorry. Squidward's entire subplot feels like a better version of the episode That's No Lady. I don't like the episode That's No Lady. It just feels like sexual harassment. But here it's a lot funnier. It's less creepy and just more funny. It tones down the harassment and replaces it with just full-on passion, and I feel like it's a lot more in character for Squidward. He's a hopeless romantic, and I relate to that so much. The flower shop looked really nice and beautiful. It definitely has a very unique identity visually. You can definitely tell what episode this is solely by looking at a screenshot. Also, SpongeBob and Plankton's interactions are super brief, but I really enjoy whenever they were on screen together. And I don't know, I'm one of those weirdos who actually likes the SpongeBob movie Sponge Out of Water. I love their dynamic there. So whenever I see SpongeBob and Plankton together and being friendly, it makes my brain go burr.
Yeah, it's sweet. I was right about to mention that when he put his foot in front of Plankton to back him up when the crowd was going after him. It reminded me a lot of Sponge Out of Water.
I almost almost forgot the tangent of the week. Tom Kenny knows we exist.
Thanks to our buddy Drew, the Flying Tacos. Tom Kenny signed our drawings. Thank you, Drew. It looks so amazing.
If you don't know Drew, he's been in a few live streams. He's a regular storyboard artist on the Grunge Bunch Chronicles. Anyone remember that?
I remember.
Of course you do. You voice a gay wallet in it. Wait a minute, we can't talk about my original stuff anymore. I'm the SpongeBob guy.
Yeah, Mr. Businessman just told me that we have to change the subject back to SpongeBob now.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna get sued. I'm breaching my contract. This is lore dumping. Quick, trivia! Trivia! Let's get to the trivia before Skuff has a gun to my head again.
I really like the title of this episode, The Flower Plot. It's a really creative pun because you could have like a plot of land and also a scheme kind of plot.
And I misread it in the last episode of Sponge Takes. Alex Conaway and Jordy Judge make their debut as animation directors. This is the third episode in which the Chum Bucket is replaced with something else. The first two are New Leaf and the Krusty Bucket. Did you know Petunia's name is based on a flower?
How would anybody know that without looking it up?
And that was the flower plot.
I love when a new episode comes out and I just really love it and like it. It makes me feel so great. This is one of them.
What do you guys think of the flower plot? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you mixed on it? Does Squidward belong in horny jail? Comment below. And join us next week where we talk about the episode SpongeBob on Parade. And with all that said, it's all sad from here, huh?
See you later, guys. Huh?